Here with Orioles pitching coach Doug Brocail. And Doug, for the fans that don't know you quite yet, can you give us a little bit of background on your career?
I'm an old man.
No. 15 years in the big leagues.
Parts of 15 years in the big leagues. I had some time missed in 2002, 3, and 4, I think, with Tommy John's. I thought I could be the first one back in 5 months, and it didn't work out. But it's just once I got out of ball, I didn't think I wanted to coach. I kind of got shoved into it, and I loved it, and here we are.
Do you remember the first time someone came to you with a coaching position and you thought, okay, maybe I can get into this?
Yeah, Ed Wade called me, told me that they had let go one of the pitching coaches at the major league level, and he called me and said, "You're the guy." Showed up to the ballpark kind of in a panic, didn't know what to do, went to the video room, looked at Pittsburgh, and next thing you know, I think we lost 1-0. Bud Norris lost 1-0, and that night was a good night. I loved it ever since.
How much did playing affect and help your coaching career to this day?
Well, it's one of those things. I retired when I was 42, so I was probably already coaching in the bullpen, making sure that guys were ready and prepared and no mischief in the bullpen, pay attention. Big stickler on that, always have been. I think I always will be. So I think it was an easy transition. I think the best thing that happened was left Houston, ended up going down to the minor leagues for 2 years, loved it there, got a better coaching experience, and all in all, I think it just helped out.
How would you describe your pitching philosophy as of now?
You know what? We're in that era of see how good your stuff is, see if it's playable here. The only way you can do that is if you throw strikes and you challenge a hitter and put the hitters in down counts. And for me, it's expose yourself to the world and see if your stuff's good enough. Because if you're not going to throw strikes, we're not going to get you a W.
How much do you rely on analytics, if at all? There's so many cameras and research out there. Where's the balance between analytics and, of course, going out there and throwing strikes, plain and simple?
For me, it's a teaching philosophy. The analytics shows us what you're good at. Let's exploit that. And then, when you combine the two, it's how you communicate it to the player. Like right now, we're struggling throwing strikes, we're struggling pitching behind in the count, and you have to keep on these guys and show them the data that shows that when a hitter's down in count, they're not that good. I think we give too many hitters too much credit. It's one of the hardest things in the world to do is hit a round object with a round object and square it up. And that being said, if you don't throw strikes, there's no chance you're going to win the battle.
Dan Straley making his first start for the Orioles tonight. What have you seen from him and from his first outing here, Camden Yards?
First outing is a wipeout. He was probably 2 weeks off. Didn't bother me what he did the other day. The nice thing was we got 44 pitches under the belt. I know that's not the Dan Straley that we're used to. He had a pretty good spring over in Miami. And, I've had Dan in the organization when I was with Houston. I know what he brings. I know what he can do. He's going to go out there. He's going to challenge the hitters. He's going to throw strikes, and he's going to make contact available for the hitters. So, if our guys are fielding the ball as well as they have been, then we're going to be fine.
Thanks for the time, Doug.
You're welcome.